exactly. So, and he was good enough to beat the Giants. So that means they must be pretty good. So,
Oh, please.
Cardinals. I mean, they are a good team. People still aren't giving them full credit or really taking a good look at them. I mean, but watch out. There could be a new winner in the NFC West this year.
Bruce Arians has always been a spectacular coach. Right now, I'm going to publicly beg Bruce Arians to come back to Pittsburgh, become the new offensive coordinator, because Todd Haley is
What was Bruce Arians at Pittsburgh?
He was the offensive coordinator for years.
Oh, really?
He won us 2 Super Bowls.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so publicly, I beg you, Bruce Arians, come back to Pittsburgh. Todd Haley is single-handedly destroying our team. If it wasn't for him, we would probably be 5-2. I don't want to give all the blame to Todd Haley.
And guess where Bruce Arians was born?
Huh?
Guess where Bruce Arians was born? Paterson, New Jersey.
Well, that explains it. He's a Jersey boy. He's going to be successful. Todd Haley, I believe, was not born in New Jersey. That's why he's a terrible coach. That's really all you need, right? So Bruce Arians has always been a great coach. I love Carson Palmer more than anyone else. Love Ellington. Love that defense. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a blowout, honestly. But if I'm not mistaken, the New York Giants traveled to Philadelphia. It was going to be a blackout game, and Snowball here was quoted as saying, "It's going to be a blackout. I don't care. The Giants are going to come in and destroy the Eagles." And what happened? The Giants got shut out. 27-0 was the score, correct?
Yes, you're correct.
Thank you. So yeah, I think the Cardinals are going to destroy the Eagles. Snowball's hoping the Cardinals destroy the Eagles. That's really all you can say. Speaking of Snowball being disappointed, the suicide pool came to an end again. For the second time this season. This week, CB and Snowball both lost because the Jaguars destroyed the Cleveland Browns 24-6. Denard Robinson had a touchdown. Okay. Snowball, you picked a team that got beat almost single-handedly by a man named Storm Johnson. Can you think about that for a second?
You mean Denard Robinson?
No. Storm Johnson, the other running back.
I know, but Denard Robinson had a great game.
Storm Johnson had 2 touchdowns.
Denard Robinson had over 100 rushing.
Okay, you got beat.
That's what people looked at Denard Robinson that day. They did not look at Storm Johnson.
Okay, you got beat by one man whose nickname is it Shoelace or Shoestring? Shoelace, right?
Shoelace. Who
Okay.
used to be a QB. I thought you were going to say a guy who used to be a QB.
Okay, you got beat by a man who used to be a QB, is now a running back, nicknamed Shoelace, and then the other guy you got beat by is a man named Storm Johnson. So, I feel bad for everyone living in the area of Cleveland right now. NBA hasn't started yet. Oh yeah, I actually forgot to mention that. The NBA is starting this week. We're going to wait for CB to do our preview, so we're going to cheat a little bit on that. That'll give people from Cleveland some hope after getting demolished by the Jacksonville Jaguars. So we're going to move on to some college football real quick. Last night, Oregon took it to Cal. Real high-scoring game. Oregon's number 6, by the way. 59-41 was the final there. And Thursday night, East Carolina, whose Snowball was surprised they were ranked. They're number 18. They beat UConn, who's 1-6, 31-21. Now we're moving on to today's games. UCLA, number 25, just barely beat Colorado in 2 overtimes, 40-37. Number 23, Marshall. I actually really like Marshall this year. They're undefeated, but they play in Conference USA, so they're only ranked number 23. They're 35. They won 35-16 over Florida Atlantic. That's why they're not ranked higher, because they're playing teams like Florida Atlantic. West Virginia, they're only 6-2. Number 22, they beat Oklahoma State 34-10. We're gonna cover this a little bit more in the hometown roundup. Number
Did we do the Ole Miss game yet? The score?
Nope, not yet.
It is 7-3 at halftime. Ole Miss.
They're playing number 24 LSU, by the way. Number 16 Nebraska beat Rutgers 42-24. I'm actually surprised Rutgers scored that much. Number 11 Kansas State shut out Texas 23-0. This is a huge storyline. Texas Tech let TCU score 82 points. Number 10 TCU ended up winning 82-27. I can't even speak. 24 points in the first quarter, 13 points in the second quarter, 31 in the third quarter, 14 in the fourth. TCU just did not take its foot off the pedal. Demolished Texas Tech.
They might get some criticism about that, but we've seen, because we have seen coaches get criticized for that kind of stuff.
That's true. They didn't.
I don't think it's a big deal. I think,
in college football, where
college football is big money. You need to. They, if TCU, their boosters want them to score 82 points. The boosters don't mind.
And you know what? That's going to help them because basically this year with the playoff, everyone's acting like the BCS is gone forever.
And TCU, this is a big win. 10 of the country. I don't care who you're playing. Texas Tech is bottom of Big 12, but 82 points. That makes a statement. It's like you're trying to press a boss. If you're trying to. It's like you're in a job interview and you want to brag about yourself. TCU can brag about themselves to the college committee, saying, "Look, we scored 82 points in a football game."
Yeah, that's true, because it's the BCS is still there. The college football playoff is gonna start releasing rankings every Tuesday. I'm not sure if they did this week or it's starting.
I think at the end of this week.
Yeah, it's starting.
This week is they will do it Sunday.
No, it's Tuesday.
Or Tuesday.
Yeah, they're starting on Tuesday. So really, it's the return of the BCS. Only now instead of the top 2 teams, it's the top 4 teams. So the AP pool isn't the official one. The coaches poll isn't the official one. Now it's really the BCS. Only it's called the college football playoff.
But teams still care about, obviously, I think that is one playoff the Rose Bowl, and what's the other playoff that they're going to use?
It rotates.
Oh, it does rotate?
I think it might be the Orange Bowl this year. I'm not sure.
Okay, so it does. I actually did not know. So it rotates every year?
Yeah.
Okay. So, teams still want to play for those other 2 bowls. They still want to play in the, they will.
Look, you're trying to get your ranking up. That's why the score 82.
Yeah, I know, but players do love those bowl games. They did a survey and they love bowl games.
Because you get a trip to wherever. That's why Penn State, the year they were banned from bowls, they scheduled their last game to play Hawaii. In Hawaii, so the players would get their trip, kind of get to enjoy themselves because they did have a decent year. And that was their bowl experience. The bowl is, even if you're playing in the Beef O'Brady's Bowl, it's still a great experience for a college player, to get to go on that kind of trip. So that's why they did it. Bowls are big deals. Just to wrap this up, number 8 Michigan State beat Michigan 35-11 for the Paul Bunyan Trophy. Number 1 Mississippi State beat Kentucky 45-31. That's actually closer than I thought. But that's how it ended up. Ole Miss, like you said, 7-3 over number 24 LSU at halftime. Number 4 Alabama is destroying Tennessee. I think that just went into halftime. 27-7. Halftime, South Carolina is tied with number 5 Auburn. That's going to be on. That's going to be on upset alert.
Think about it. If South Carolina wins, Auburn has no shot. They
have
no shot.
That's true. That would be their second loss. They'd be out.
And their first loss was to Ole Miss, right? So
yeah.
Okay, the playoff means be like, all right, if Ole Miss makes playoffs, they kind of have a chance here at 5. But they lose to South Carolina, team that's been struggling from the get-go, except for against Georgia. They're in trouble.
Yep. Number 13, Ohio State, up 10-0 on Penn State. Number 15, Arizona is destroying Washington State 52-23. There's about 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter there. Syracuse is up a field goal on Clemson 6-3. So Clemson's on upset alert right now. Later tonight, 10 o'clock, number 20 USC versus number 19 Utah. And 10:45 will be number 14 Arizona State at Washington. So that's going to be interesting. And so far, I feel like Dak Prescott is just really the Heisman frontrunner. Mariota's going to make a push. But I feel like if Mississippi State goes undefeated, Dak Prescott wins the Heisman. That's how it's going to go, barring any sort of injury.
It's always it's always the player that's going to play in the national championship. It's always the best player on that team.
Yeah,
Most of the time.
I mean RG3 won, Johnny Manziel won. But yeah,
Cam, Mark Ingram,
Jameis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bush.
It's true for the most part. Well, hold up. Reggie Bush didn't win the Heisman, though. Not if you ask the NCAA. Snowball, come on. Nobody won the Heisman in 2005. We all know that.
Oh, that's right. They
Reggie
just
Bush.
forgot to give it out that year, my bad.
Yeah, I know. The NCAA is that stupid. So we're going to move on to the hometown roundup. We told you Rutgers lost. And even the NFL isn't that exciting. Snowball, why don't you talk about your Giants, though?
All right, so the Giants lost.
The Giants what?
Scored less points than the Cowboys, 31-21. It was close until Airdanell fumbled a few times, and yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. So the Giants lost. They're 3-4. Got a tough stretch now. Need to win. They have a bye week this week. Then they play Indianapolis Monday night, so they need to win that. They have a tough stretch. They got to play Seattle. Got to play Indy. Got to play. I think they play Philly in that stretch. The Niners. So it's going to be tough. It'll be tough. We'll see what happens. Jets lost the Pats Thursday night. Blocked field goal. We talked about this last week because the Jets had a bye. So they're playing the Bills at 1 o'clock. Be interesting to see what happens there. We gonna do any hockey?
Yeah, I'll
hockey,
do.
right?
I'll take over the hockey.
You'll take over the hockey. Okay.
Yep. The Devils are 3-2 now. They lost to the Sharks 4-2 on Saturday. Lost to the Rangers 4-3 in overtime on Tuesday. Lost to the Stars in a shootout on Friday. Tonight they're in Ottawa. There's about 16 minutes left in the third period. The Devils are up 2-1. Severson and Zidlicki scored, and Chiasson scored for the Senators. So we'll get you a final before we end the show tonight. No notable streaks or anything, but they're at my Penguins on Tuesday, and they play at home versus the Jets on Thursday. Now on to the Rangers. They beat the Sharks 4-0 on Sunday. Won in New Jersey against the Devils 4-3 in overtime on Tuesday, like we said. Right now they're playing the Canadiens. They're down 2-1. Hagelin scored for the Rangers. Lars Eller and Tomas Plekanec. I'm probably saying that wrong. I don't pay too much attention to Montreal, even though they're my cup pick. So, again, we'll get you a final before we end the show. This week, they're just playing the Wild on Monday, so a light week for the Rangers. And, by the way, they're 4-3. The Islanders, who are now 5-2, they lost in Pittsburgh to my Penguins on 3-1 on Saturday. They lost to the Maple Leafs 5-2 on Tuesday. They won in Boston on Thursday, though, 3-2. Tonight, they are playing the Dallas Stars. That game is tied 4-4 with 11.5 left in the third period. For the Islanders, Lee scored, Kulemin scored, Nelson scored, and Wisnowski scored. For the Stars, we have Fiddler, Seguin, Spezza, Russell. Yeah, Spezza and Russell. Um,